Yo, what's going on, y'all? I'm checking back in. Um, Today we're gonna switch things up a little bit. This is still meant to be an encouraging word, so I still want you guys to take it as such. But today I wanna give you guys some practical advice instead of just the inspirational speaking, the motivational speaking, even the spiritual speaking, because I reference God in the Bible a lot. Today, I want to give you guys 4 practical steps on how to overcome your fear. Okay, so just lock in with me real quick. Just lock in with me. Okay. All right. So the first one, you're gonna ask yourself, "What am I afraid of?" Right. I feel like a lot of times we want to do something, but we're afraid, and it's like I don't know if we ever sit down and really ask ourselves, like, bro, what am I actually afraid of? Right. I'm gonna dive deeper into these points. After I name all 4 of them, but I'm gonna just run through these real quick. The second step is gonna be stop overthinking about what could go wrong, right? You gotta stop the overthinking, eliminate the overthinking. If you want it, go get it. If you want to talk to the girl, go talk to the girl. If you want to apply for the new job, apply for the new job. If you want to leave your current job, leave the current job. Not saying all of this with a grain of salt, you know what I'm saying? Still apply wisdom in your decision making and still make rationalized decisions, but at the same time understand that the more time you waste overthinking, the more time you burn from actually being able to achieve your goals and achieve the things that you want in life. That third thing is going to be plan. It's okay to have second thoughts about something. It's okay to go through that process of battling with yourself internally, like, okay, do I want to do it? Do I not want to do it? Do I want to do it? Do I not want to do it? That everybody has that moment. Everybody has a time where they're going through that phase. So it's okay, right? But at the same time, don't stay there too long and plan. Okay. And that fourth step, which is the final step to overcome fear, is going to be to walk in the plan that you created, right? See, a lot of times I feel like people are able to make it through steps 1, 2, and 3, right? I feel like a lot of people kind of ask themselves kind of like what they're scared of, right? I'm like, but they don't do anything about it. That's the thing. Then the second thing, I personally do feel like a lot of people uh will sit down and come up with like a concrete plan on what they want to do, or at least have an idea of what they want to do, and kind of know how they want to get there, right? But then once we get to that fourth step, when it's time to execute, I feel like that's where most people, including myself previously, I feel like that's where most people get caught up at and get stuck at, because they have these grand ideas and they're amazing, they're beautiful ideas. They've already mapped everything out, but then there's no action after they mapped everything out. There's no action, and I feel like that's where people get caught up at. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna go back through these 4 steps. I'm gonna just dive a little bit deeper into each step, kind of elaborate on them a little bit, on what I mean, and hopefully this brings a little bit of clarity to you guys. Hopefully this inspires you guys, encourages you guys, and I want to let you guys know that I'm going through step 4 right now. I just want to let you guys know that, so you're not in it alone. And there's so many other people around you that are going through steps 2, steps 3. Some people might even be on step 1. So try not to compare. Run your own race, but at the same time, know that the clock is ticking, right? So overcome that fear. And I promise you, you're gonna shock yourself when you start to see all the things that you're actually capable of doing, right? So okay, boom. We're gonna run back through these steps real quick. So the first one, ask yourself, what am I afraid of, right? It sounds cliche, it sounds simple, it sounds super like elementary, and I get it, right? But at the same time, you gotta really ask yourself, like, you gotta really be able to self-reflect and be like, bro, like, I want to be the first millionaire in my family. Like, why am I so scared to take the necessary steps to get there? Are you scared to fail? Are you scared to stand out? Are you scared that when you start achieving your goals and your dreams and you start becoming successful, are you scared that you're going to start to get a lot of unnecessary attention? Are you like, what you got to ask yourself and really be honest with yourself? Like, what are you scared of? Are you scared to succeed? Right? it sounds crazy, but I feel like a lot of people are scared to succeed because of what it would require out of them to succeed. I think that a lot of people are scared of not fitting in. And I believe that most people know that, the more successful you come, how can I say this? The more successful you come, the more set apart you get. I feel like it's just a process that just happens, right? So the same friends, the same associates that you were hanging around and associating yourself with on the come up, or even before you started your journey to being your family's first millionaire, it's just a natural process that kind of just happens where these people, they kind of just fall off, right? And they fall off for a number of reasons. They fall off maybe because they get jealous and, they just feel like you feel like you're better than them, or whatever the case may be. A lot of just misconceptions and just having the wrong idea about what you're trying to do for you and your family, right? And it ranges to a plethora of reasons as to why that natural process just occurs. But maybe that could be what you're scared of, right? So the first step is figuring out what's hindering you. Like why are you scared to take that first step, right? The second step is stop thinking about what could go wrong. I know it's just human nature. We always want to weigh our options. You know what I'm saying? We always want to think about the what is. But I think that, but that becomes a problem though. It becomes a problem because once your mind gets filled up with 100 what is, you barely have any mental capacity to even push yourself past those what is. You see what I'm saying? Now, like I was saying earlier, rationalize, plan, use wisdom. But at the same time, understand that there's reasonable risks, right? There's reasonable risks that you can take in order to achieve that next thing in life, right? So understand that just because you're pursuing the route to be your family's first millionaire, understand that there are going to be some risks that come along with it, right? Everything is not going to be guaranteed. Everything is not going to be green all the way. You see what I'm saying? Like, you're going to have some red days. You're going to have some bad days. You're going to have some setbacks. But that's all a part of the process, right? It's all a part of the process. So if you're not going after the things that you want in life because you're scared of maybe one or two setbacks, that's just gonna keep you stagnant, and that's gonna keep you in a place that you don't want to be at, right? So that's step number 2. Now let's go and dive right into step number 3, is the plan. Like I said, plan, right? I'm not on here trying to tell you guys to just jump right out into entrepreneurship or whatever you're trying to pursue. I'm not just telling you to just do that with no plan, right? Still plan accordingly. But after you've planned accordingly, move accordingly, right? So there are a lot of brilliant minds out there. There are a lot of really, really smart and intelligent people. And I know that you guys have a portfolio of amazing ideas, maybe even written down. But I know that your mind is just full of just things that you want to do, right? And that's amazing. That's beautiful, right? And so come up with a plan on how you want to execute those things. And once you have a plan that's concrete and let me not say concrete. Once you have a plan that's feasible, that's reasonable, and you know that you can do that, it's achievable, start it. That's step 4. Execute. You know what you got to do. You've already checked yourself. You already had that reality check with yourself. That was step 1. You've already stopped overthinking, and that's how you were able to put pen to paper, because you stopped overthinking and you came up with that plan, which is step 3. Now that last and final step is just going to be to execute. Walk out that plan. All of those brilliant ideas, walk it out. It's time. It's time to start walking out those brilliant ideas. God didn't put those ideas in your mind for no reason. He didn't put that stuff in your heart for no reason. He gave you those gifts. He gave you those ideas. And now it's time for you to walk it out. You see what I'm saying? And I'm not saying this, like and expecting for it to be like super easy. I'm not saying that either. But at the same time, especially in today's age, bro, once you come up with a brilliant idea, you've got a good solid plan that you can operate off of. The only thing in today's age that's keeping you from succeeding is you. You're the only person holding yourself back. I promise you. You're the only person holding yourself back. From the moment you see this video, I want you to start taking steps today. From that moment, I want you guys to start moving towards your goals, moving towards your dreams. Start taking those first big steps, those scary steps, that next step that you're probably kind of scared to take. Take it. Take it. I promise you, it's going to pay dividends. And one day, you're going to look back and you'll be like, dang, I should have did this years ago. I should have did this years ago. But at that point, you know what I'm saying, you're not going to want to just live in the past. You're going to want to enjoy everything that you've accomplished in life, everything that you were able to attain in life. And in that current season that you're going to make it to, you're going to be like, dang, okay. So this is what happens when I allow for myself to overcome my fears and do what I know I can do, right? And at that point, you're going to be like, dang, like I'm really him, or I'm really her. And you're going to be like, I'm really like that. You know what I'm saying? So I just want to encourage you guys, you know, take those steps. Watch it pay off in the end. I promise. All right. I'll catch y'all on the next one. Peace.